Macau was a Portuguese colony for more than 400 years before it was returned to China in 1999. Jorge Braga de Macedo is a former Portuguese finance minister. He spoke to us about Macau's booming economy.
Gambling comes to mind, very much so. Yet a comparison from the 19th century already between Macau and Hong Kong is quite useful. There's a Brit, Charles Boxer, that did a lot about history of the Portuguese Empire, the Dutch Empire, seaborne empires, as he said. And so Macau has had this peculiar emphasis on game, but now you see very diverse place. And just to give you one example, which is close to my interest and mine, the University of Macau, which existed some maybe 20 years ago, extremely small. Now it's a huge island.
Well, look, you mentioned Hong Kong. I mean, handovers throughout history are sometimes extremely difficult. How do you evaluate this Portugal-Macau-China relationship 25 years on?
The handover was very pungent in some sense. The governor was a military man, a good friend, and he put the Portuguese flag on his heart. I mean, it's a long time and it's always emotional. But I think the way Macau was becoming involved in the democratic Portugal was so intense that it really was a smooth transition. I would say that most people would say that. China has been investing in Portugal big time, so it has been in substantial companies, and so I think the relationship, traditional relationship with China is quite smooth. I perhaps could use that word.
Let's talk about the current relationship then, and the future relationship. Come to that. Let's look ahead. How would you evaluate the current economic relationship between Portugal and China?
As I just mentioned, I believe it is very dynamic. There are large investments of China in Portugal. Folsom, the Three Gorges, and the RAN, the material for electricity. These are relevant firms in the Portuguese and European setup, and it has happened in a very natural way, I would say.